Hey guys, Keely Reason here, owner of Love Hope Adventure, where I blog about the marriage, relationship, intimacy in marriage, and how you can go deeper with your spouse. Today, I'm talking about ways that you can invest in your sex life. And just like any investment, it takes intentionality and planning and some ongoing work, right? So how do you invest in your sex life? The first thing I recommend you do is you make sure you're having more sex. That's like number one. And to do that, I say put it on your calendar. Even if you're not handwriting it on your calendar and scheduling it at a certain time, put it on the mental calendar. Agree with your spouse, hey, if we haven't had sex in every 2 or 3 days or whatever your timeline looks like, one of us is going to approach the other. We're going to have a conversation about it. If you are not someone who can put it on your mental calendar, then make sure that you have some way that you're reminded to have sex, that it's intentional. More sex is part of investing in your sex life. Now, more sex is not going to be good if you aren't actually pleasing one another. So I know that a lot of people, a lot of wives specifically, will have sex and they don't necessarily reach orgasm, and it's not amazing for them, and maybe they're not getting as much out of it as their husband. That can lead to resentment. So the next way to invest in your sex life is to learn what your spouse likes. Find ways to help them feel connected to you emotionally, spiritually, and physically. If your wife wants to have an orgasm, work together to figure out how to make that happen for her. If she says, I'm someone that I just want to have sex and if I don't orgasm, that's okay with me, believe her. Don't force her to go forward with having an orgasm, because it can be, really, it takes a lot out of a wife, probably way more than a husband. In general. However, learn what they like. Learn what the spouse likes. Figure it out. Ask questions. Don't know what position is their favorite? Ask them. Do they like oral or not? What kind of foreplay do they like? Really study your spouse. Study them like verbally by asking them questions. Study their body. Try things. See how they feel about it, what they like. Another thing I recommend is finding answers to your questions. I know that's tough, guys. I know you don't want to sit here and Google, well, how do I do fill in the blank? Because you don't know what is going to come up. So a good way for you to find answers to your questions is you can always send me a message, Keely at lovehopeadventure.com, or you can fill out my anonymous questions form. I'll put a link to that here in the video. You can look at some of my trusted bloggers. I'll put a link to a few of my trusted bloggers in the video description as well. And you can just search our site, see if we've ever written about it. But there are answers to your questions. Is sex painful for you guys? There is an answer to that. Are you dealing with erectile dysfunction? There's an answer for that. Sometimes the answer is going to be you need medication, you need to go to a sex therapist. Sometimes there's easier answers to things. But if you have questions that are, kind of keeping you from really enjoying your sex life, then you need to find answers. And that's a good way to really invest in sex. Guys, thanks so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, make sure you email me or fill out my contact form, and I will talk with you guys later.